Well guys, the GLC63s is back on the channel and for no good reason. Unfortunately, we failed to fix this thing and it's all because of these things right here, which you might notice are still on as I'm standing here.
That's right, the GLC63 that we got over 7 months ago to surprise Christian's mum has returned, with a pretty big problem. One that's requiring us to swap the whole front end, but I'll get to that in a moment. Let me first tell you how this all happened. We got this car as a repairable write-off, meaning it is assessed as a complete economical loss, but can be repaired. That's where we come in, and try and make this thing an economical win. Sometimes. Maybe. This thing travelled across the entirety of Australia, and you could definitely tell.
Have a look at the whip, people. So clean. God. Really brings the Aussie country with you.
What's cool about these cars is that they aren't just a basic family SUV. They're a soccer mum car on steroids. Quote unquote, every soccer mum's dream car. And these things do not play around. Rapid, mate. A big body GLC with flared arches and quad tips, powered by a 4-litre twin-turbo Mercedes V8 riding on air suspension. Does it get any better? Maybe. But we aren't in that tax bracket yet. After months of repairing this thing, cleaning the red dirt out of it, finding bullets, and finding parts, we rebuilt this car with a complete facelift front end. And it looked great. But little did we know, this would be the beginning of our nightmare. This decision meant this car would never work as it should. Let's take a look at where it all went wrong with this right here. The headlights. The high beamers wouldn't work, nor would the indicators, nor would anything really. So we thought it was a coding issue, but after months of trying everyone we knew in Perth, no one could fix these lights. That's what led us to this very difficult decision that we were forced to make. There is clearly no replacement for code. We tried so many different things, like conversion plugs from China, and gave the car to so many different people, and no one could do it. So you might be wondering, how are we gonna fix this? And that is pretty simple. We're gonna swap everything all over again. That means pre-facelift bumper, lights, fenders, and hood, which we all have with us right now. So by the end of this video, by the end of this video, hopefully this thing will be roaring at its full potential and back as a working GLC63, which headlights don't stay on 24/7 and drain the battery all the time.
So let's go over what we have parts-wise for today's conversion, today's downgrade of GLC. First up, we have these pre-facelift headlights because we're actually doing a downgrade in this video. It's really unfortunate, but the other ones just do not work with the car. Coding doesn't work. Next up, we have this, I believe it's a final edition bonnet. It's not gonna stay that way, but basically Mercedes made these special editions for every AMG, I believe, where it's got a yellow line, which basically just means that you drive a really special car. That's gonna be gone anyway because it's being painted black, but it's the right bonnet, not the wrong bonnet. Then we have special, I don't even know why I'm saying special edition because they're not going to be special edition anymore, but we have ourselves the pre-facelift fenders. We're actually going to figure out if these are the same as the ones that are on it. They look the same, but this was all part of just a front end kit, you know. We spoke to the guy, we were like, hey, we need a front end. He was like, sweet, here you go, here's the cost. We sent the money and this is what came. Headlights, bonnet, fenders, and the bumper, which we'll get to. So follow me through our workshop. And you'll notice something is slightly different about the workshop than when you last saw it, for those of you that have watched us before. Here we have V2.0, I guess, of the CJ Rebuilds workshop. We just spent 2 days of the weekend, a lot of hours cleaning and reorganizing because if you didn't notice in past videos, we had a bit of stuff everywhere. We've been going on this channel for about 1.5 years now. And you know, over 1.5 years, we've had a couple donors, we've had things like that. Lots of different parts, as you can see, on different shelves. And so it's about time for a cleanup. Everything is reorganized now. We have a couple exciting things on the way to revamp the workshop and really build our brand here at CJ. And yeah, we just have a lot more space in general. So we now have 2 car spots next to each other, which you can see, yeah, beautiful M4 and M4 next to each other, toolbox there. It's nice, it's clean. And I have to say it was well worth the effort. But now back to this GLC. As you can see, the headlights are still on, the battery's probably gonna die. Also, there's a lot more space behind the car. Bloody hell, look at this. So much more space. Here we have a table of parts anyway. Let's open up. Sorry, it's soft close. So we just. See, my GLC, it just opens for me. I don't need to do anything. I'm not going to pull out every individual part right now, but basically we have a whole bumper in parts. And there you have everything needed for this front end swap. In theory, it's a quick swap. In practice, it's probably going to be longer.
Especially with building this. Building this bumper sucks.
Yeah, we've done a couple before. We did one with the Porsche, one with the C63. They're not fun, but they go together all right in the end. And by rights, by the end of this whole thing, sadly, this car won't look as good. And on top of that, it's going to need paint. So this may have turned into this is supposed to be something that would make us a bit of profit, but you know, maybe not anymore. Maybe this wasn't such a good deal. It was worth the risk. We found out the hard way. So the first thing we're going to do is probably to pull off the fenders, and then we'll keep going, basically.
We started work on the fender, but then we found out something that completely flipped this build around again. They look really similar. The fenders, are they the same? I mean, they look very similar, like the same shape at the end, the same shape up the top. Get one and we'll compare it. Just gotta wait for this guy to grab a fender. It's gonna take 3 years. Surely they're not the same. I mean, that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. It's probably more of a bad thing, because it probably means we might have wasted a lot of money.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, they look really similar. Which was honestly it.
They look really similar. Oh my god, we've stuffed up again. Oh. Yep, we've stuffed up again.
Oh my god.
We've wasted a lot of money on these parts. Not only was the fender the same, but the bonnet part number matched up too. Although we wasted a lot of money on extra parts, it also means we have more to sell. So maybe we will end up saving money. Realistically, all we needed was a bumper. Now we've bought 2 front ends for this car that we can't use.
Alright, well now that we're armed with the knowledge that we bought a whole front end for basically no reason, we're going to put these bolts, which I've just kicked everywhere, back on the side skirt because we don't need to take the fender off anymore. We're going to roll this thing backwards and get it up on the lift because the only thing we're going to be swapping today is going to be these headlights because the car doesn't think it has any, and this bumper on the front because it's a different bumper. Sometimes things are great and more times things are bad, it seems, but we'll do what we can. Let's go.
Well, there's no going back now. Let's restore this thing to its former glory. But first, some revs. Not bad for an SUV.
Better not. These engines are very, very good. I love them.
Time for us to now start stripping down the bumper and the headlights so we can get our new replacements on and get this show on the road, get this car actually done and working.
And figure out if the headlights are the issue on why this car doesn't have lane assist, why the headlights don't turn off, so we can figure it out.
It's really a shame because of how good this thing looks, but it turns out headlights are not that easy to code.
Let's go grab the new lights.
Yeah, let's go grab the sad pre-facelift lights. They don't look as good, but they do the job, so they're already better than the other ones. They don't come on straight away at the moment, which is good, because they used to come on straight away before, because they used to never turn off. So they're on. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, the DRL's on. Indicators work too. That's all that was needed. Facelift swap is not possible without some serious coding, clearly.
Or a whole wiring harness swap.
Yeah.
Basically, if you ever get yourself a crashed car, right? Sometimes when the car arrives, the headlight itself is actually okay. If it wasn't that hard of a hit, or if the hit was directed somewhere else. Basically, what happens is when it gets hit, the headlight gets shoved backwards, and sometimes these mounts here are the things that take most of the brunt of the damage. And so you have a perfectly good headlight, it's just that the mounting holes are broken. Now, Now, every set of headlights that is okay cosmetically besides that can be repaired once. So, here we have one of those repair kits. If you look here, but the way that you can repair them, if you go like that, you have to ground it down obviously a little bit so it isn't there. You have these holes, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, and you can basically adapt it so that it can be put on here. But the bad part is if this gets crashed again and this gets snapped, there is no way of really repairing it again. You have 1 second chance if the headlight itself is okay. After that, that's it. And then you also have one... Oh my god! Oh my god! It's gonna like spring in here. What the hell is going on? This is gonna be another minute. Alright, you guys get the point. Mount, screw in, headlight okay. If lens is cracked, headlight not okay, new headlight needed.
Time to Dremel the excess plastic off. Luckily, we'll be able to sell the facelift bumper and the lights that we bought, along with the hood and the fenders that we bought for no reason. So, we can make some money back. Now let's have a go at this aftermarket bumper. Even just saying that scares me. Bumper time. Okay, this thing is like floppy as. Need some rigidity in this one. Now these bumpers, as you can tell, probably already said it, comes in 50 million pieces. And yeah, they really suck to build because they just do. All the parts from China, so it's not OEM. Our paint guy is gonna love to hear that. This thing was a nightmare to put together, so to get it looking perfect, it'll take some real skill. Unfortunately, this is the downside of not going with OEM parts, but we always make it work.
Alright, and here we have one repaired headlight. You can see here, I have got new mount located on here, screwed in 3 places, had to Dremel back a bit of the plastic, but it went in pretty good. And then on the bottom here as well, same thing. The mount snapped clean off. So Dremeled back a bit of the plastic, screwed her in.
At least these headlights are OEM, unlike some of our other cars.
There we go.
The only issue we ran into was a few snapped wires on the bumper loom and a few missing proximity sensors that were actually meant to be on this car but we never installed last time. Alright y'all, so we got our old wiring loom down there, that's actually off a different car, and we're using it to fix these 2 wires here, soldering it together because we want to keep obviously the proximity sensor down here. And we want everything to be right on this car because we want it to be the best GLC of all time in the whole world.
And it turns out before that it was missing those proximity sensors.
It was. We never had them on, so good thing this happened because we would never know. Probably have a code forever. So once we fix this, the bumper can go on, the car can be done, and we can re-gift it to Christian's mum, right? I don't think she likes it though. Yeah, no, I don't think so, man. She's too in love with that Mini.
I drove it here yesterday and I can say confidently that these engines with the Macas on them, they're pretty good, man. Like, yeah. The way that they drive, it's so smooth. When you want the power, it's all there. So, I think she'll come around to it. Alright guys, everything is now on. Everything's all connected, wires are in. So it is time for the bumper to go on.
You may have noticed we don't have the foam piece. That's because it's actually different from bumper to bumper, facelift, pre-facelift because of these things. So we're going to leave it off for now, get it painted, put it on afterwards. So if you're wondering, if you're thinking you guys are idiots, where's the foam? Where's the thing for the pop-up hood?
It will though.
Have an airbag light. Time for the correct bumper to go on, and luckily it went on easier than it assembled. Well guys, the bumper is on. There we go. All the trims are not on yet because obviously it's going to be going into paint, so we have to take it on and off, and with these things it gets brittle, it breaks. You guys know the story. So we're just going to leave it like this for now, bring it down a little bit. Let's get a bit of a view of what the car's going to look like. Jesus Christ, surprised it didn't fall apart. The big body bends. Is the way it should be. This is how this is the right. It's not a facelift anymore, unfortunately. But it looks really, really good. They actually work as they're supposed to, unlike our other ones. There it is with the lights on. Looks great. Classic Mercedes-Benz style. So you might be wondering, what are the plans for this car? This is obviously not one of our keepers. There's some very special requirements for our keepers, and 2 of them are right there. Those are 2 cars we are keeping, if you didn't know. This is one of our cars that we are selling. If you didn't know, we sold our Porsche Cayman GT4 conversion that we finished up at the end of last year. that got sent over east. So we sent it across the country on a boat. This is gonna be sold as well, and we are moving on to new things. We are very excited for what is coming next. I think we're upping the levels even more than before. So if you like the sound of all of that, and you enjoyed what you saw in today's video, finishing off this car, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on all of the socials, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Yeah.